So the economy is one of the things you're very concerned about, obviously, the debt. Mm-hmm. And what would it take to punch up the economy in the country right now, in your opinion?
For the government to get out of the way. And
And that's
that seems like a very
to let entrepreneurs
go. I believe very much that my motto or whatever is empower the citizen, and then in small letters, not the government. Mm-hmm. So how do you get the economy going? The rules, and I deal in the environment, okay? And I can tell you there's some rules that are good, and there's some rules that are so intrusive that they're going to shut us down. We need to get rid of those rules. There's a lot of people in real estate right now are starting to see if the house is built before 1976 or whatever, there's the lead poisoning if you remove a cabinet or this, and you have to get special people to take it out. And companies that used to make their living putting in new cabinets can no longer do it profitably. They can't flip a house and make money because of all of this stringent regulation. Mm-hmm. You and I were both born with lead paint everywhere, okay? Mm-hmm. So we won't go into any more than we were around lead paint all our lives. We're still able to smile.
Geez, maybe you are older than I am. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we both lost the same follicles, but that's okay. But if you look at businesses' taxes, it's the second highest on Japan. Mm-hmm. That means that a lot of businesses are taking their money and going overseas to where they can make money. The whole deal about having a business is to make money. And then you make more product, you make more money, and then more people, it's that avalanche. If we were to cut capital gains, just cut them in half. Cut personal income tax. Put a moratorium on some of the other taxes to really incentivize, but it has to be keyed. It has to be keyed to a time. Businesses have got to be able to understand the long-term risk. Now, the hard thing with Washington is that proposal's a one-page bill. Cutting capital gains in half, cutting personal income in half, cutting this, effective this date, it's good for the next 7 years. Bingo. One page. I don't know that they'd be able to, I think all of them would read it. Okay.
I see.
And that would do a lot to stimulate the economy, because now you've taken the money aspect and people that have money know how to invest and how to go after it. If you then came and took a lot of the regulations, we have so many regulations, we don't know what laws we're disobeying. Mm-hmm. There's no way to keep up with it. Those are the things that, from running my own business, those are the things that kept me from hiring 1 or 2 or 3 people, because I didn't know what was happening next year.
So basically, you think the economy, we stepped up by kind of relaxing some of these regulations, mm-hmm. and by cutting some of the taxes and profit-making type, capital gains and all that kind of thing.
But you have to have the third thing.
And what's that?
We have to be able to say no to spending. Mm-hmm. We have to. I mean, you do it at your home. Mm-hmm. I do it at mine. Not as much as I'd like to sometimes, but I would like to say no a little bit more. But we have to say no. We can't afford that program. We have to ask, the representatives have to ask themselves, is it good for America? Not the local area, but all of America, because we're all in this boat together. Is it good for America? Is it constitutional? And can we afford it? And if we can't afford it, we have to say no. I mean, the money for GM and Chrysler, a lot of people, those are beautiful plants. They would have been up and running, mm-hmm. without us bailing them out. Wouldn't have been GM and Chrysler, but they would have been up and running.
Mm-hmm. The other thing is the